Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is what's called sewing machine tension. This is a slightly tricky little subject, and it's to do with the quality of the stitching. So, see that white thread there? That's the bottom cotton that's come out of the bobbin. And the stuff on the top, that's the yellow cotton that's come out of the top. See how the stitching looks really nice and even? That means the tension between the bottom bobbin and the top is even. That's because I've adjusted it to be even. So that's something that sewers kind of, when you get a vintage machine, you're going to have to, when you put new cotton in it, as in not kind of like this kind of standard grade, okay? Say you wanted to sew with kind of a really fancy fine cotton or something, you have to kind of often go back to square one. But this for this machine, how I've adjusted it should be really perfect. And that's why I said, don't twizzle with her knobs. Because obviously if you do twizzle with her knobs and you need me to help you, just bring her over and I'll re-twizzle with her knobs. But that's what's called the tension adjuster there. So you turn it, so to make it looser, you turn it out, and to turn it in, you make it tighter. It's actually a really, really interesting bit of machinery. And that's something you'll need to learn to use in time, and I'm totally confident you'll be able to do it. But it's fiddly, and it can take like up to an hour and a half to adjust the tension, or up to, you know, for a new machine, it can be a bit of a toad of a job. Okay, so just hang on, we're going to move down to the bottom of the machine, and we're going to have a look at the bobbin tension together, which is actually really, really, I mean, I think it's interesting. Most people don't, but I do. So this is called, down here, this is called the bobbin. It's called a bobbin case. Now, see here, see this little screw? That's called the bobbin case tension adjuster. Now, you'd only really, each bobbin case is specific to each machine, and you would only really possibly adjust that once in the life of a machine. So I've adjusted that to be correct for this one up here. So you go to your bobbin case and you hold the bobbin, kind of, look, you push it in with your finger, and we call it mouse on a string. Now that's looking great. It should hang there like tampon tea, la-di-da-di-da-di, round and round and round it goes. That means that's good. That means there actually is tension on that bobbin. So if you need to, get an experienced sewer to adjust your bobbin tension for you, because it is actually a bit of a toad of a job. So that's a happy little dude there. So we'll just leave him there for the time being. Now up here, once we've adjusted that one, we put it in, and then we adjust the top one by, I'm not going to do it because it took quite a long time yesterday, twizzling this little fucker backwards and forwards until when our stitching is okay, the yellow line looks nice. There you go. Not to be attempted after a couple of bottles of wine or any other thing. Anyway, once it's done, this tends to be pretty secure, and you should be okay. So that's what sewing machine tension's all about, okay? Okay, one other thing. See this little whacker here? Okay, this is a bit tricky. Okay, come on, you silly thing. This is how you get, you put more cotton on a bobbin. Now, it's allegedly, theoretically, the way you're supposed to do it. Now, often I just do it by myself. I just put it through the hole in the bobbin and I just go and I just do it by hand, because honestly I'm a bit of a patient maniac. But this is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to fill it on the machine by pushing this piece here in so it contacts with the main belt. And as you can see, that's the bobbin there and that's the cotton there. And you're running it through, so the cotton would be here. You'd run it along, dum-dum-dum-dum-dum, and you'd run it through this little loop here, and then back into the bobbin here, and then you're pushing that in, pushing this mofo in here. In order to do that, what you're going to need to do is go to this, and you do a thing called disengage it. So you're going to have to hold the big wheel with one hand, this one with one hand, and you're going to have to turn that. Don't be afraid to do it with a bit of strength. And then this wheel will become what's called loose, as in disengaged, and then you just rev, and this will fill this little bobbin with cotton. Now, that's the theory. I found it a real pain, and often the thread just goes everywhere and it's not very good. So I personally don't bother. I just hold the bobbin in one hand, thread in the other, and I just go, but that's how you do it.